We're joined once again on Health Matters by Carolyn Boxmeyer. Dr. Boxmeyer, it's good to see you again. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you. You too.
Do you get angry, or is it just your patients and people like me that get angry? We all get angry, don't
Right.
we?
Anger is a normal human emotion. Really, we all feel at least a little bit angry every day.
But if we don't control it, it not only affects others with our wrath or our yelling or whatever shows up, it's not good for our own personal well-being and health to not manage anger. Is that one of the points you'd share with us today?
That's right. I think one of the main things to know about anger is it's a normal emotion, and it's also an important emotion because it can let us know things going on that may not be working for us that we want to deal with. But it gets to be a problem when it affects your relationships, or you're just starting to feel angry all the time or out of control with your anger.
I know people, and I know you do too, that will get angry and you think, oh my gosh, they're really mad. And 20 minutes later, they've forgotten about it and moved on. I'm not one of those people.
That's right.
But that's a nice quality to have, isn't it?
That's right.
To be able to deal with it and then, okay, it's over.
That's right. Some folks just like to vent, and once they get it off their chest, they feel better. The problem is the person they vented to may be left with some residual feelings.
And a step further than just anger is aggression. And if that's a line we never want anyone to cross. So what are some of the keys that you'd have our viewers know today, 2 or 3 points if you like, about how to manage those occasions where something does upset us and we are angry? What are some tips you might help us with?
Some tips we have is just learning to recognize your angry feelings when they happen to you. What are some of the signs that you're starting to feel angry? Because it's easier to handle anger when we're just a little bit angry than when we're furious and might, go off on someone in an unkind way or become aggressive. So one of the things we can do is just notice those signs, maybe feeling hot or racing breath or clenched fists or jaw or racing thoughts. I'm really starting to become angry and I might need to do something about it. Another tip would be to just take some time to slow down and understand the situation and why you're feeling angry. And when we do that, we can actually shift the part of our brain involved from the more emotional, reactive, impulsive part of our brain to the more thoughtful part of our brain that can help us understand what's going on in the way that might be most helpful to respond.
I find, and tell me if this is fairly normal, the older I've gotten, the less often I get angry, the less volatile I am. I'm pretty mellow compared to me in my 20s and 30s. Is that fairly common, and is that a good thing that just in time we tend to manage our anger a little bit better? Is that common?
I think that's variable for everyone, and even though we all get angry, some folks are more prone to anger than others. One of the things that helps to manage anger is just to keep your priorities and what really matters in life in check. So that's an aspect of the aging process that may help to remember what really matters, and a lot of times for folks that's relationships. And I think that helps us learn to either let some things go or to articulate our needs or what's important in the situation in a way that doesn't hurt the other person or the relationship.
Common expression is, I don't want to get too deep in the weeds on this, but I'm not smart enough to get too deep in the weeds. But do you think sometimes someone who obviously is well known for not managing their anger, they always seem to bolt at people and strike back at people verbally, that really the problem is themselves, that they feel they have to be dominant or come across that way to even be equal to other people? Are there some deeper seated issues there, you think?
Often there are some deeper seated issues. It could be fear. If anyone is out to get me, I'm going to get them first, or I'm going to get them more, or kind of a need to be in control or powerful. So it does help to be able to take a step back and understand where that anger is coming from, and then what might be helpful with that in mind.
Just people aren't hesitant to go to the doctor when they have the flu. They're not hesitant when they've got a cut that needs stitched up. They don't even think about it. Oh, we've got to get to the doctor. People might not think, I ought to go get some professional help about my anger issues. And I know you would encourage all of us when we're calm and relaxed to know that there is professional help that can make a difference on these issues. And I'll make that my last question for you.
That's right. That's right. Yes, it's an important area to get help with, especially if it's causing problems for you at work or in relationships. And there are strategies that counselors can work with you on to help with that. So that's probably an important thing for folks to know. And one of the things that helps with anger is to get it off your chest and be heard. So counseling and seeing a professional is a nice avenue for that as well.
Dr. Boxmeyer, Carolyn Boxmeyer, thank you. It's always a pleasure. We appreciate your time and your expertise.
Thank you. Good talking with you.